Good afternoon, everyone. Let's talk about New College. If you guys remember New College over here in the state of Florida, it used to be a university that people aspired to go to, especially from up north. Very liberal school, and DeSantis completely gutted it and destroyed it within the last 2 years. And one of the ways that he did that was basically putting people that were on the board that are anti woke people. They are white supremacists, misogynists. Because you have these heinous people that are currently on the board, they're also responsible for hiring other people in big positions, such as like a media director. And they did just that in December, and they hired a man named Piccolo, a very well known Republican. He was hired in December, and a background was conducted in January. Of course, at that time, they only did the FDLE, which came back clear that he had no charges. However, reporters definitely got a hold of his court records through Sarasota County Clerk of Courts, and he had 3 charges for just showing his junk. This all transpired between August and September, in which he was at the mall in Banana Republic and also Dillard's. One of the incidents, he was actually in a dressing room and he was playing with his junk. Yeah. Now, shame on Sarasota County Sheriff's Department for not arresting him on the spot. I wonder why. But what they did is write up the incident report and send it over to the courts. And he is currently waiting trial. Now, the school was unaware that this was happening because once again, they did an FDLE check, but they didn't do a county clerk of records check. So let me tell you a little bit about him. He applied for the position of marketing and media in November. And he included his references from Florida State University System Chancellor Ray Rodriguez, New College President Richard Cochran, and the Republican State Rep Danny Burgess. He also worked for Cochran as a spokesperson in the Florida House from 2016 to 2018. And then that position went under Representative Republican Jose Oliva. And he also worked for him. In July 2020, DeSantis hired him to do his communication operation. And in 2021, Piccolo started a new position working for the Florida Department of Education Division of Colleges. After DeSantis removed the Hillsborough state attorney, Andrew Warren, he got this guy. He tapped him for his public relation to handle that situation. Now, this man lied on his job application in which it asked, has he ever been convicted or pleaded no contest to a criminal offense or first-degree misdemeanor or been sued for causing death or injury to a person, which we know he hasn't, or property damage? And he answered no to both questions. And let me tell you something else, because if they did real research on this guy, they would have known that in 2022, that the former Florida State Rep Jackie Toledo sued him for sexual harassment while he was serving as her campaign manager during her congressional run. So the person you're working for, you're actually sexually assaulting or harassing her. Yeah. Anyway, the case was voluntarily dismissed. Now, this man was finally fired from New College on April 16, one day after his arrest by the Manatee County Sheriff's Department on exposure of sexual organs, second subsequent offense, a third-degree felony. And that happened because he was charged on March 28th incident in which he stopped his vehicle while wearing nothing but a t-shirt and exposed himself to a Manatee County woman after asking for directions. That man really likes showing his junk. And do you want to know what his attorney says? Yeah, his attorney says that Piccolo takes medication for Parkinson's disease that cause compulsive behavior and hypersexuality and have caused him to behave in a manner inconsistent with his established character. Yeah, I want to know the people that actually have Parkinson's disease to see if this is actually true. I can't. We have the worst Republicans in Florida. You guys have a blessed day.